can't sit in the place of failure. We have to find a way to figure out how do we go and start all over again. It's no problem starting all over when you know how to start over. You have to pick yourself up. You can't just let your emotion take over. You can't just let the failure keep you back. You got to, like I started a call, you got to keep growing. You got to figure a way out of saying, oh, I fail and I'm going to quit. A lot of people quit because they fail at something. But in this life, we're going to fail at so many things. And we have to know that if we can get up, like Les Brown say, if we fall on our back, if we can look up, we can get up. So we want to look up and we want to look forward and keep moving. And we can't let failure hold us back. Failure in anything that you're doing. In anything that you're doing, you can't let failure keep you from growing and from moving forward. This society will show you so many things. They were talking about social media in the video and what it will show you, and the things you see on there, you will think, oh, I'm not gonna make it, or some of the things will discourage you because you're comparing yourself to others. We don't compare ourselves to others. We don't do that. We can't compare ourselves to others. Compare yourself to you. If you're growing, if you're moving 1% every day, look at where you started your journey. If you're on a journey of building anything, like most of us on this call, if you look where you started, and 2-3 years ago when you started a business, where were you? Where was your mindset? When I started my business, I didn't think I could do it. I was like, Chris met me crying and distraught, and now look at me, I'm hosting Morning Mindset. So it's not how you start, but how you finish, and how you get up from every failure in your life, how you're able to dust off yourself and move forward, and be able to put in the work. At the beginning of the video, they were talking about it's going to take work. It's going to take hard work. You're going to have to put in that work, whether it's studying 10 hours a day, it's whether it's learning your craft till you get it better. It's practicing over and over. I know Dana is on this call and we're in business together, and she practiced the presentation over and over and over again. And that's what it's going to take. And if you fail, my first time I did my own presentation by myself, I was like, oh, I missed this, I missed that. But the person that you presenting to don't know what you missed. So you can now, critique yourself and go get better. You got to critique yourself and go get better. That's how we grow. That's how we move forward. That's how we get better after we fail, is being able to correct ourselves and be able to have a mentor in your life and somebody in your life to listen to and say, okay, this is where we're going, and this is what we need to do. And if any of you on here have a mentor, you have somebody that is mentoring you, whether it's in business, whether it's in life, you need a mentor in most areas of your life. If you're married, you need a married mentor. You need somebody that's been in marriage for 10, 12, 20 years, and they can tell you that's just starting. Like me, I'm going in my fourth year of marriage, and I need a marriage coach to tell me, hey, you got to be more patient with your husband. And just telling us different stuff that we need to know so our marriage can last, so things can, you're going to meet people that they've gone through so much stuff in their marriage, and when you sit down with them, they can tell you, like, hold on, it'll get better. You can get through this part. You can get through that part. So we have to understand that we need people along the journey as we grow, as we get better after we failed at something. We need somebody to push us through all of those things, because failure did not come to hurt you. It came to make you better. And anything that you're building, if you're building it with passion, if you're building it with all your heart, you're going to fail. You're going to fail many parts of it. Sometimes you're going to look at it and you're saying, oh, it's not moving forward. But guess what? If you keep putting in the reps, if you keep putting in the work, it will grow. You will get better. Because when you start going to the gym and you start doing the reps, you're not going to see the muscles right away, right? You got to keep going. Sometimes it takes a couple months, sometimes it takes a year. And if you continue to go into the gym and you continue to do the work, you will see the progress. So in life, if we're building anything, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your business, whether it's your parenting style, whatever it is you are doing, You're going to fail and you're going to get better, but you got to keep moving. You got to keep working. You got to keep pushing forward. You can't let life knock you down and you not get back up. You have to get up. You got to get up after your failure. You got to get up. You can't hold on to the pain of that failure. You got to keep putting in the reps. You got to keep putting in the reps in life. This life never promised us anything. God never promised us an easy life. We were talking about this on my Bible study on last Thursday, that he didn't promise. If you see that anywhere in the Bible, show it to me. I need somebody to find it and show me that God said we're not going to fail. But he said in this life, we would not escape this life without failure, without falling down and getting back up. But the reason why we're on morning mindset is so we can get better, not only mentally, but spiritually, and knowing that you have a community that supports you, a community that cares about where we're going and what we're doing. We need to stay connected to where we're going and what we're doing. And we can't get to a place where when we fall down, we say, that's it, I'm gonna quit. I'm not gonna get up back. I'm so tired of life. I'm just gonna stay here in my comfortable zone and I'm not gonna keep trying. But we have to just jump up and we got to get up and say, you know, even when I fall down, I get back up. There's a song that says you fall down, but we get back up. We got to get back up and keep moving. A lot of people are counting on you. But if you are counting on you, one of the things in the video they said, they're saying, you're the one that's going to make a difference. Don't worry about what's going on around you, who's passing you up, who is not doing what you're doing. Don't worry about it. If you keep getting, like I started the call, 1% better every day, you're moving, you're growing. So don't worry about who passed you up. You don't know how long they've been working hard at what they're doing. You don't know how long they've practiced. They've get the reps in that you didn't get. They've practiced the stuff more time than you have. And we have to know that we can't just always compare ourselves to others. We got to know that if we can see the growth. You can see where you're coming from. You can see where you started and where you're going. You can see that. So you measure against you. Don't measure against the society. Don't measure against people. Don't measure against what you see, because you don't know how long they've been in the race. They might have been in their race for 5 years, 10 years. They've gone through their 110 failure, and now they're getting up on the 12th time, and now they have success. How many times are you going to fail before you get to the top? I don't know. But you shouldn't let it stop you. How many times you're going to fall down? I don't know, but you get back up. You keep moving. You don't let life beat you up and you not. God has called you to be a difference maker. That's what he's called you to be. He's called you to be a difference maker. So if you don't fall down, you can't tell somebody that fell down that they can get back up. So your journey is going to be you failing 110 times and getting up again on the 5th try and making it happen. But you have to trust the process. You got to put the work in. You gotta not quit on yourself. You gotta go through the emotional roller coaster of life. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have a roller coaster that's just one day you're gonna be up, one day you're gonna be down, whether it's in business, whether it's in life. You know, things are gonna knock you down, but how do you get up from those failures? How do you get up this morning? You keep moving. You don't hold the emotions in. You cry if you need to. I can tell you, I'm a crier. I'll cry in a drop. I will cry because you release something, and I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna look it up so I can tell you next time. You release something when you cry. And I was talking with my son last night. I'll share this. I was talking with my son last night, and our church had a play for Easter. And it was really a nice play. The kids did it was called Breaking Every Chain. And there was a few kids in there and they were talking about bullying and just other stuff that they're facing in life. And it was really emotional. And I cried, I laughed, and I was asking my son, how did you enjoy the play? Like, did it make you cry? And he's like, Mom, why am I going to cry? And he's a boy, so society tells him not to cry. And I tell him, I said, son, it's okay to cry. It's okay to show emotion as a man. Don't let society label you that you can't show emotion, you can't cry, you can't hug your brother. They make these kids are afraid to show emotion, especially you're a young man. We have to tell them it's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. Whether you cry in your own quiet time or you come and hug your mama and cry, you hug your brother and cry. It's okay to cry. It's okay to show emotion. The society is teaching our kids the wrong thing. And we have to be good parents and good stewards over our children. God has given us our children to steward over them. We have to let them know what's okay. As young men, they're not okay with showing emotion because the society say you can't show emotion. You know, you got to be this tough guy. And that's why a lot of them that don't have people to speak into them like us, they stray because they look for the emotion support in the wrong places. So we got to teach our kids that it's okay to have emotion. I'm gonna tell you it's okay to cry. You're a grown man on here, it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. Life is gonna knock you down sometime and you're gonna have to cry, you're gonna have to throw your hand up. But when you throw your hand up, don't give up. Throw your hand up and say, okay, I'm letting out this emotion so I can move forward. I'm letting go of all the things that are holding me back so I can move forward. You know, I walk and talk to myself a lot. You're going to have to go on a walk. Talk to yourself, talk to God, whatever your higher power is, talk to them, talk to the person, you know, that might have caused you the pain or hurt. Go forgive them. Forgiveness is healing. Forgiveness is not, I talked about this on Good Friday at my church. Forgiveness is not about us, but it's about God. If we're Christians, it's about bringing glory to God. So you got to forgive people. You got to let go and let God take care of the rest. You got to let go of all that emotion. You got to let go of failing and knowing that failure don't come to hurt you. It comes to grow you up. So what we're doing on this call, we're growing up. We're not letting our failures take us out, but we're moving forward. Today, I want to say I appreciate you all for logging on Easter Monday. That's what it is in Jamaica, Easter Monday. But I appreciate you for getting on and wanting to grow, to get 1% better every day. I appreciate you guys, but don't let your failure hold you back. Keep moving forward. Let go and let God take care of it. I love y'all this morning. Have an awesome, awesome Monday. You're welcome, Tiffany. You're welcome, guys. Have a good one.